Well, I had the pleasure of doing the post-game show, Game 7, Sunday night, as the Warriors came this close to the NBA title, tied with a minute to go, and then they were done. And one of the topics that came up post-game was, did the Warriors choke? Some fans feel like they did. When you become the first team ever in NBA history to blow a 3-1 lead and lose in the finals, some people are going to use that word. And it's apropos in history in certain situations. I just don't think it is in this situation. There are extenuating circumstances here. The controversy surrounding Draymond Green's suspension, injuries to Steph Curry, who was playing hurt, but he was on the floor, and they were tied with a minute to go. They had a chance to win, so no excuses as far as losing. But when you start talking about choking, you've got to look at a whole lot of different factors. Andre Iguodala with a bad back, he got treatment, but was he 100% going into that game? And of course, Andrew Bogut was injured. You know, last year, the excuse for the Cavaliers was no Love, no Kyrie. Well, they were playing, and it turns out they pulled it out. But the other part of this is LeBron James came up with historic games in 5, 6, and 7, and he and Kyrie 41 each in Game 5. They took it. It wasn't so much that the Warriors choked. Choke connotes fear, that they were afraid to step up. Well, they were hoisting threes. There was no fear there, and they probably could have done a better job offensively in terms of efficiency down the stretch. No points in the last 440. People point to that and say, see, that's a sign of choking. Well, the Cavaliers made one shot in that last 440. It turned out to be the difference. The Cavs don't make a shot, the Warriors make a shot. A lot of these narratives change. Maybe the narratives about LeBron change. I don't think they do for me personally. I still think he's a top 10 all-time player. I don't really like the guy, but you have to respect his talent, and what we saw in the last 3 games of the series was unbelievable. The block on Andre Iguodala will live forever. But choke, I'm not going to use that word to describe the Warriors this time around. Does it hurt? Yes. Is it one of the crushing losses in Bay Area history? Yes. But you can't overreact to what happened, especially in the last 3 games of the series, especially in the last 4 minutes. Yes, they won 73 games during the regular season, but there was a whole lot going on in the postseason that made it a different animal altogether. So the Warriors, you know, whether you want to apply the word choke or not, right now they're smarting, and they're looking for ways to get better. You always look to get better through the draft, through free agency, and that's why this summer is going to be as fascinating as any for NBA fans and Warrior fans in particular.